Ah, 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 ha, 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 hoo, he, ha, hoo, he, ha. And I thought my jokes were bad.
Boys and girls of every age, would you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This
Hey, what's up everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. And Ben. You really are the best Joker of the year. I mean, guys, I was on Twitter. I knew this was going to happen, a website refresh, and Ben is spamming all morning like he just knew everything, like he predicted everything when there were clearly other people talking about it before him. And then he posted that as I showed you. So, Ben, my only advice to you is this. From a regular person to another, just because you make great art doesn't mean you know anything. And just because you read a few things and you hear a few things, and just because you claim you have sources, doesn't mean you're an actual reliable sourcer. So my advice, stick to the concept arts, because you are phenomenal at that, but you suck at giving news. Now that we've got that out of the way, AirPods Pro, as I said, Apple has done a website refresh. I already called it. I said that's what they typically do, and they did it. Obviously, maybe tomorrow we're probably going to see another MacBook or something. We'll probably see something, but that's it. AirPods Pro is out. So that's it for the video, guys. Now I'm just playing. I'm going to try to break down everything new about the AirPods Pro, and I will discuss if I'm going to buy them or not. So AirPods Pro are basically the long-awaited refresh design that we have been wanting from the AirPods from last generation. Of course, this Pro name is always thrown around all over the place. I don't think we're ever going to see that go away. But typically, essentially anyway, it's basically the AirPods but with better features. I like the features that Apple has put in these. So it does hold true to the designs that we saw earlier, but they look a lot better than what they were rendered. And honestly, they were pretty accurate from the leaks and reports. Those were the AirPods. And hey, you know what? In-ear design looks pretty cool. They now have silicone rubber tips so you can interchange. It has a better sound system with an adjustable EQ. So depending on the music, it will emphasize the mids or the lows based on your ear. Now, one thing that's interesting about these headphones is that it basically says it will detect and know with later software if it has a perfect seal, using software sound, using also similar to HomePod style technology, sensing around you, being able to adapt and get all that you can. They're really doing a lot with the AirPods, being able to sense your ear canal to get a good fit, to basically emphasizing and reducing latency. Excuse me, guys. Had a double cheeseburger. But basically just revamping the AirPods to make it more of a professional headphone. So I get where the Pro name comes into this one. Now everybody was disappointed that they only released one color, and I watched Sam from iUpdate. He was like, oh man, all the reports were suggesting. Sam, word of advice, I know you're another big one. I love you, brother, but dude, you gotta stop listening to every report that you hear. Just because you love Apple doesn't mean that every report you hear is gonna be accurate. Please, stop believing every news report. Anyway, moving on. The AirPods, again, come in white, typical, but they're much smaller than most AirPods, although the head is a little bigger. And as I said before, it has noise cancellation. Now, this isn't with isolation, this is actual noise cancellation, using the microphones around you to silence out the noise. And with iOS users, it'll be much easier to use. You can now use a new gesture that they have on the side of the ear tips. When you press and hold, you can turn the noise canceller off or go into transparency mode, which is basically just a mode that allows you to hear everything around you using the microphones. You can now adjust the settings instead of having to double press and select and press. It has these things built in, which are very nice. Now, it's not known if they will be Android backwards compatible. I might pick them up to try that out, but that I'll save for the end. The AirPods have the same 24-hour battery life with the case, and the headphones themselves have 4.5 hours of battery life with the noise canceller on. but if you turn the noise canceller off, you will get the original 5 hours advertised, which is pretty cool. Now back to sound quality, it seems that Apple is stepping it up. It has a nice amplifier, it's got a nice woofer, little woofer that they have built in, a premium woofer that is not made of paper this time, like they use with the regular EarPods. This is a premium made. There is no tweeter, but it does have a nice frequency range in the earphone so you can hear better. And also to note, the H1 chip is all new and improved. Basically, the circuit board is on the back and it works so much nicer, allowing for better efficiency, reducing of lateness, the Hello Siri, I'm not gonna activate anybody, and just overall making the experience better with battery life, etc. Now, the AirPods Pro costs $249. At first I was like, okay, that's hell expensive, but then I looked around and looked at noise cancelers and they're really not that bad. You look at the Sonys are $229, so not too far off. And honestly, I gotta admit, the features that they packed in on the AirPods Pro are a lot more than what I was anticipating. They're really taking this seriously, and I like the emphasis is on audio. I will give Apple a lot of credit with audio. I give them so much because when you use your iPad, your iPhone, and headphones or anything, the sound quality is always great. And this is no different. I think personally, if I was to buy these, I would buy them for the audio quality. Now, it's not known if this is 100% true, but I would have to try them out, but I don't think I will, because while I think these are good headphones for value-wise, you get more for your money, you spend the extra $50 from the AirPods with wireless charging case, you get a better design, noise canceling, better sound, etc. You get more value. I just think that $250 for an average consumer, on an average consumer at revenue, it doesn't make sense. Because for $250 and with state tax in this state $270, and then with Apple Care $29, so around $300, for that price I could literally get education pricing on an iPad. So you gotta understand, $249 is $249. That's a lot of money for headphones. Now I get it, these are good headphones. I'm not trying to make this as a review, but I think at initial look, if you're an average consumer, you have to give yourself a valid reason to buy these. With that said though, I am very intrigued because Apple really stepped it up with the AirPods Pro. I didn't think they were gonna do that, and honestly, I gotta admit, they're really this is a good step for Apple. It goes back to the in-ear design that I remember with the in-ear headphones. For the most part, noise canceller is nice, and if you're in the Apple ecosystem, it works fine. Now, because I'm an Android person, I use the Galaxy Buds, and the Galaxy Buds are more than enough. $130 versus $250. Obviously, you get noise canceling and stuff, but still, noise isolation is more than enough. I don't really think I'll need noise canceling. I think the features are nice. The price is a little steep, but it is understandable because you're getting a lot for that money. So this is the one time where I'm like, I kind of like the pricing, but I kind of don't. I'm a little split on this one. But overall, final thoughts, I think the AirPods Pro are definitely the headphones we should have gotten last year. It's a sin that we didn't get them. Well, not even last year, last March. It's a sin we didn't really get them, but it's good that Apple is doing this. And I think the step up in the audio quality is going to be a big game changer because I never really liked the AirPod sound. They sounded muffled for $200 headphones. So if they improve the sound quality and it sounds cleaner, get better bass response, I think maybe I'll pick them up and try them out. If not, I'll just stick with the Galaxy Buds. And that's that. So that is it. That's my thoughts on the AirPods Pro. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow we'll see the MacBook Pro or something tomorrow. Who knows? iPad. I know they're going to be releasing some statements and stuff. But yeah, we'll probably see something in the coming week, maybe more. But hey, I called it. Website refresh. Apple is known to do that. That's what happens. So that is it for today's episode of Technoid, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.